for myself, if I'm not doing his work, I don't want to. I might as well just die now. I might as well, God could take me now. God could, even if if I'm doing more harm than good, or if I'm doing any harm, I don't want to be here. I don't want to contribute to the enemy's plan.
The effects of entertainment on the brain have been debated for years. How much can it influence our decisions? Angus T. Jones was a child actor whose faith made him feel that every time he filmed an episode, he betrayed his values. He eventually couldn't take it anymore and had to say something. Keep watching to learn why this 2.5 Men star made a bold statement before quitting. His early life on the show. Angus T. Jones was born in Austin, Texas, October 8, 1993. His parents are Carrie Lynn Claypool and Kelly Charles Jones. He made his debut at age 5 in the 1999 film Simpatico. Only 4 years later, he had a major TV role. The main trio carried 2.5 Men. That made it essential for them to be cast properly. The crew remembers knowing Angus was the right choice from the start, with creator Chuck Lorre saying,
Angus was the only little boy who read for the part. I had seen him in a Dennis Quaid movie called The Rookie, and he was adorable. He was probably 6 years old, and he was a scene stealer in that great movie, great baseball movie. When he read at CBS, he read a scene with Charlie, and he got the giggles. Charlie was cracking him up, and he just was, all the CBS executives are sitting there, very serious. This is very serious business, and this 8-year-old boy is giggling, which I thought was terrific. It meant he was paying attention.
Angus played Jake, the half man of the show's title. He was the child that the two main men were forced to raise. Jake was the son of Alan, a tightly wound, divorced chiropractor. He was also the nephew of the show's other main man, the hedonistic Charlie. They were a dynamic trio that worked off of each other well. Along with Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen, he accepted a People's Choice Award for Favorite TV Comedy. He also won awards of his own for his performances. Angus filmed 226 episodes. At age 17, he even became the highest-paid child actor on TV. Other 2.5 Men drama. 2.5 Men has always pushed the boundaries of acceptability. It also had plenty of behind-the-scenes drama, but it managed to survive. First, Charlie Sheen had his public tirade. He went on a drug-fueled rant that included publicly insulting the network and the show's creator, Chuck Lorre. It led to him being fired. It took Charlie some time to calm down, but he eventually did. He even admitted that if he'd been one of the higher-ups, he would have made the same decisions. Ashton Kutcher later replaced Charlie. Angus admitted it was a new dynamic to get used to, but their relationship seemed like a positive one. Despite that, the behind-the-scenes drama on 2.5 Men was far from over. Former showrunner Lee Aronson also had to step down. At a Toronto screenwriting conference, he made controversial comments to The Hollywood Reporter about female-driven shows. Those dramatic moments led to cast members or crew being fired. Angus had the unique distinction of being the only one to quit voluntarily. What happened right before he quit? Salary disputes are often the reason stars leave shows. But that wasn't true for Angus. When the show was renewed for its 10th season, its half man was on a fairly equal salary with everyone else. He actually received a salary bump along with his co-stars Jon Cryer and Ashton Kutcher. Angus was making $30,000 an episode. Ratings also weren't an issue. Viewership dropped from 20 million per episode to 14.5 million after Ashton stepped on, but those numbers are nothing to sneeze at. 2.5 Men remained the third most popular comedy on TV, behind The Big Bang Theory and Modern Family. Angus even had contracts that ran through the end of the 10th season. What could have been dramatic enough to cause him to walk out after a brief cameo in the final episode of season 12? A dramatic conversion leads to a dramatic statement. A personal, spiritual conversion is the primary reason for Angus deciding to quit 2.5 Men. He joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 2012. That made him re-examine his life and his place on the show. He thought about the kind of messages he was sending other young men. He admits that it took him a bit of time to build up the courage to quit, but he realized the show eventually didn't match with his new values. As he put it,
That was making light of topics in our world that are really problems for a lot of people. And I was a paid hypocrite because I wasn't okay with it, but I was still doing it.
Eventually he quit and let the world know why. he decided to make a stand in a video for the Forerunner Chronicles, a Christian group. In his own words,
2.5 Men, if you watch 2.5 Men, please stop watching 2.5 Men. I'm on 2.5 Men, I don't want to be on it. Please stop watching it. Please stop filling your head with filth. Please. It's people say it's just entertainment. The fact that it's entertainment, it's do some research on the effects of television and your brain, and I promise you'll have a decision. You'll have a decision to make when it comes to the television, and especially with what you watch on the television. It's bad news. It's bad news. So that's coming. I don't know if it means any more coming from me, but you might not have heard it otherwise. So just watch out.
Angus also worried about the example he would set to other young men if they found out he was a Christian and that he worked on the show. He said,
people will see us and be like, oh, I can be a Christian and be on a show like 2.5 Men. You can't. You cannot be a true God-fearing person and be on a television show like that.
The video got immediate attention when it went online. Not all of it was positive. Some claimed the church had brainwashed him. Angus responded to the comments as best he could. He apologized to anyone who found his comments disrespectful. He reiterated that he was grateful for the opportunity to have worked on the show. He also viewed everyone there as a family. His goal was never to invalidate any of that. He's especially sorry to the show's creator because he insulted his baby, and that was never his intention. By posting his comments, Angus had one major goal: to spread his faith and encourage everyone to think more critically. He didn't regret his decision, but said he would miss the actors he developed relationships with over the years. What's he doing now? Angus quietly stepped out of Hollywood after leaving 2.5 Men. He took the time to try to find himself and explore other passions. In October 2016, Angus joined the management team of Tony, an event company founded by Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin. He didn't know if he'd ever return to acting, but he did feel like he was in a more peaceful place. He found a small role as a guest star on Bookie. They even recreated a scene from one of the first episodes of 2.5 Men. Joining it proved he had no beef with his former TV family. It was created by Charlie Sheen and featured his former co-stars. Even 2.5 Men creator Chuck Lorre was part of the project. He had nothing but praise for the young actor, saying, quote, "He's a terrific guy. It's an extraordinary thing. We started working together. He was 8 years old. And to work together again 20 years later, we had fun. It was a wonderful afternoon. Everybody had the same reaction. Oh my God, you're a grown man." Angus has a completely different life now than he did as a precocious child star who grew up into a teenager in front of the eyes of the world. He's currently enrolled at the University of Colorado at Boulder. It was another major step in his life, but it was one he was glad to take. As he told People magazine in a 2016 interview, quote, "I was very confident at that time. Going to college was something I was really, really excited about." Angus was always a bit shy, but he's more private than ever now. When he acts, it's always in guest roles like in Bookie. When he goes out, he sports concealing clothes and a long beard so as not to be recognized by the paparazzi. But he does seem much happier now. He doesn't have to feel like a hypocrite because he's sticking to his own principles. However you may feel about his comments, you can't deny he made the right personal decision. Now it's time to hear from you. Who's your favorite former child actor? Let us know in the comments section below.